Well, Mr. Boboy Kaigama is still with us in the studio. He is the president of the Trade Union Congress. So just before we went on break, you were saying something about how politicians can get into this and, try to manipulate both trade unions, as the case might be. Some people might say that isn't that what is currently happening now? It does look like your union, the TUC and the NLC are reading from the same sheets that the Ministry of Labour and Employment is reading from.
We've cited laws. So let them cite the laws that gives them registration. If you are registered, you can operate. It's just like an unregistered political parties trying to say they want to go into INEC organized election. It's not possible.
The laws that you have cited seem to say that the trade union, the ULC as it is, cannot be registered as a trade union federation.
That is the composition as the composition of the ULC as it is cannot be registered. If they are made up of 12 unions or more that hitherto are not members of either NLC or TUC, they can be registered. Yeah, just like I cited to you, that TUC came on board because it was not a party to NLC since 1978.
The second part of that, which says that if they were hitherto never a part of any union, then they can be registered, already means that it is impossible for them to be registered.
Of course, because if you do that, you are encouraging splinter organization after every delegates conference of a center. That is what the law is envisaging. You have to stop that.
How do you then address the grievances of, the union, the ULC, as they currently state them out right now?
Of course, I have told you that their veterans in NLC have invited all the parties. You see, it's an idea. I don't want to.
No, what I mean is not the reconciliation of the groups. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I mean the current grievances they are stating, which is making them announce this strike.
No, within the context of law, they cannot under the umbrella of ULC, but they have that right under their individual unions to state their grievances, and then government under tripartism, collective bargaining, can listen to them. Otherwise, anybody can just wake up, say, I am a member of, I am a Federation of Trade Unions, unregistered, and then dish out strike notices. And then you expect government to discuss with them. It's not possible. You discuss with registered Federation of Trade Unions. So for now, we urge our colleagues to be patient and then take the rule of law, abide by the provisions of the law of the Trade Union Act as amended in 2005, and then see how they can redress their own problem through our normal processes of reconciliation. Otherwise, the existing members of NLC or TUC who have, so to say, decided to form splinter groups cannot stand under the law. We would have loved a situation where they would go and test it in a law court. That would be a best place for them. Not to a kind of grandstand and think you can hold the nation to ransom because you want registration. No, it shouldn't be done that way. The best thing is if you try a process and you are not recognized, go to court. Because in the larger political arena, those political parties that were not registered or that were registered and proscribed because of one or two issues went to court, and the court validated them. So why don't you take that course? You are trying to kind of intimidate. Who are you going to intimidate in this country? We are owners of this country. We are all citizens of this country. Take due processes.
Let's go to Lagos now, Mr. Kaigama. I'm sure that there will definitely be responses to what you have said there. Chamberlain.
Well, yes, indeed, and Igwachese still here. He again underscores what he means by that, his understanding of that section 3516, which says you shall not have been a member of another registered federation. Who are your members? Do you have up to 12 affiliate members?
We have more than 12 affiliate members of... ULC, It's sad when you begin to hear Kaigama, I would want to call him a colleague, but he's a friend. When I hear him sound the way he's sounding, I begin to ask myself, where is our labor movement, driving to? Quite unfortunate that the labor movement in Nigeria is nosediving at this level. Again, when you begin to hear him say some certain words, you want to ask yourself the same question, just like every Nigerian will be asking. Is the labor movement a political institution, like the partisan environment, where you begin to talk about you're not a good politician, you're not this. I'm happy that on the line he also agrees that the art is clear, that you can have more than 2 labor federations in the country. I'm happy about that. There is no disruption about that.
Yeah, but he's not happy that you're not registered. He's still insisting.
No. He will. But I want to tell you here again that NUPENG is not an affiliate of NLC. NUPENG is an affiliate of ULC. It should be clearly stated.
What about...
and all those...
Is Pengassan an affiliate of...
No. Pengassan is an affiliate of TUC. Pengassan is an affiliate of TUC. NUPENG today is an affiliate of ULC. Now, here we are. And there are other labor centers that are affiliates of...
Could you tell us those 12 then? If you say you have more than 12.
We have more than 12. I mentioned just few. I can't have all on my head.
You don't have all your members?
I don't have all in my head here now to give it to you. We have NUPENG, we have Nubife, we have NUI, we have Shop and Distribution Union, we have the Welders Union, we have Iron and Steel, both the senior, the junior categories of the unions in Iron and Steel. We have the Fitters Union. We have the aviation industry, the pilots and the engineers union is also part of us. I can go on and mention them, but like I tell you, we have about 24 unions.
But Nubife say they're not part of the strike.
Nubife is part of the strike. Forget about what you're saying. I'll tell you a little bit of history about Nubife issue. They just had their Congress, and so we don't want to go into it for now. The same issues I raised, when you look at some of these factors that surrounds the issues of registrations of labor centers and the federation, and what takes you to become a member of a labor federation, is a global issue. That sections of the law is global. It's not just only Nigeria. That if you are an affiliate of a union or of a federation or even an international global federation, you must be an affiliate due-paying member. Now, even in the labor contest here in Nigeria, inclusive TUC, NLC, ULC as well, that if you don't pay your affiliate fees for a period of 6 months, you cease to be a member of that federation. That's the law. Now, if you don't pay, you can't be voted for, and you cannot vote. It means you are not a member.
So that's the political side of the equation.
That's the position.
But
now,
part of what the minister also says is, he says you're calling out workers who have no major trade disputes with their direct employees, and the minister thinks that that's a blatant violation of the law.
I don't see where he begins to talk about that as a blatant. It's very unfortunate that you've forgotten the history of the movement in this country, of the labor movement and the civil society organizations and how it works. Now, I'll tell you, the current situation we find ourselves is not just one-sided. A situation where workers are being owed their salaries for 8 months. Go through the trade fairs of governance today in this country. Local government workers are being owed the minimum. You can go and find out maybe my 5 months, 6 months. State government workers are being owed how many months? Some 8 months, some 5 months, some 4 months.
Is that why you're going on strike?
Of course, it's part of the issues. If you, on the line, if you look at our demands, it's part of the issues. Now we came in again to talk about the issues of concessions. You are here again, you are aware even the farm workers are saying that they're going to down tools because of the concessions of the airports. Now here we are.
Which of the concession? Is it PACN or the airports?
The airports.
That's part of the reason why you're going to strike.
Of course, it's part of the issues as well. Now, we have said clearly that no one is against, as long as the labor movement is concerned, we're not against concessions, we're not against good business models that can move this nation's economy to a greater height, but it must be done. Not the issues of concessions we do in the PHCN issue, where the country is being milked by few individuals.